Welcome to the It's Interesting channel. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Thanks so much, let's get started. We begin with this woman who smashed the glass entrance door to pieces as she tried to open it. The girl tried to walk to her workplace, but it wasn't meant to happen. She was suddenly attacked by a goose. Luckily for her, the man driving the car came to rescue her. The victim got into the car and left her belongings outside, but that didn't even stop the rampaging bird. This video reminds me of a scene from Spider-Man 2, where Peter Parker is trying his best to stop a moving train. No law enforcement officer could have predicted such an outcome. Once they had arrested the robber, they frisked him and took out everything they could find from his pockets. At one point, one of the officers took out a piece of paper and left it right there in front of the man's face. It contained important information, a kind of compromise on the accomplices. The criminal, at that moment, decided to get rid of the evidence immediately. A courier who respects his job will deliver the order in all weather conditions. What can I say? There are different couriers. The man went berserk and stumbled over the pumpkin. He scattered and destroyed everything around. It's hard to guess how people are going to celebrate Halloween now. People in China don't look for easy ways. In order to steal a bicycle, a burglar decided to cut down a whole tree. At one point, noticing a passing motorcyclist, the man stopped his work, but then successfully sawed down the tree and fled with the stolen property. The man's name is Roberto Arroyo, and he licked the door lock for 3 hours, looking directly into the camera. It was reported by the lady of the house, who viewed the camera footage. It was as if she had dived not into the pool, but into a swampy abyss, from which there was no escape. The last thing this girl expected to see behind the door was a real cow. But sometimes life brings surprises, and in some cases, they're not always pleasant. Here you can see a huge train crossing the highway without warning. Some cars managed to rush in front of it, while others frantically braked and waited for the train to pass. It turned out that the unusual railroad was located in Baku, the capital of Azerbaijan, but has now been dismantled. In Colorado, a bear visited a restaurant and took a container of leftovers. He'd better not have put the tip box so far away from him within reach of the passengers in the back. Smiling fondly at the camera, the cheeky girl snatched all the money. I've told him 100 times that I hate roses. It's obvious who's being deprived of food. You have to see this. A whole gang of car thieves tried to steal a car right out of a gas station. The girl wasn't confused and jumped right onto the hood of her car. Surprisingly, this made the car thief hesitate and drop the idea. Look at this. A schoolgirl from Kiev struggled with harsh weather conditions. In 2019, Florida residents noticed a bright blue flash in the sky. The US National Weather Service later confirmed that it was a meteor. A resident of Great Britain was shocked when a chicken jumped out of the trunk of his car near a shopping center. How it got in without his knowledge remains a mystery. The cameraman was surprised when he decided to change the viewpoint and saw this uninvited but very curious guest. She's certainly a pretty girl, but it's not nice to ruin a man's coat like that. It must have been the dog's first walk after quarantine. Two young men set a kind of ambush in which two young motorists got caught. The scammers took everything into their own hands. They rolled the scooter out onto the road, hit it against a car, jumped on the hood, and filmed everything on their phone. They only had one mistake, paying no attention to the camera, which recorded all their actions. The actors had to flee from justice. The cameras filmed a daring robbery through a window of a McDrive in the United States. The unidentified woman made herself a coffee, took out a box of hamburgers, toys, and $1,400. It took her 35 minutes to do the robbery, and then she calmly left. That's all, friends. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, then subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. It's interesting. Goodbye, everyone.